Hey, Cactus crew. How you guys going? Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. If this is your first time, hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to a CB Live. And replay crew, make sure you check out the timestamps. They are in the description box below. Yes, Katie Joy has finally been called out by the Justin Baldoni supporters on Reddit. There's also a few posts in the Blake Lively snark, but I'll go through everything. I will go through the posts and we'll go through the comments, and I'll link it all in the description box so you can go check it out for yourself. I've actually put it on my Twitter to make it a lot more easier so I don't get overwhelmed with too much information online. But yeah, we're heading to Reddit, where Katie Joy has been called out finally for her odd behavior, which is always crossing boundaries, not being mature enough, thinking that she's right about everything, thinking that she knows more than lawyers. The list goes on. And yeah, like I said, we're going to go through it all. So just sit back and listen to me read and have a little smile on your face, just knowing that it's come back around. The same behavioral pattern that always gets her in trouble, that always gets her sued. And she has actually been sent a cease and desist from the Blake Lively camp. So I'll go over that as well. There's a lot, but yeah, I appreciate you being here. Give this video a like, share it, comment below, replay crew, let me know what you think. If I missed anything, just add a timestamp and everyone will know what we're talking about. Everyone else will be on the same page. You can follow me on X, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at It's Crystal Bill. And yeah, everything is my own opinion as someone who's been on this carousel from hell for the past 5 years and counting. And it just goes round and round. It's the same thing it's the same thing, different day, same shit. And yeah, I knew that eventually people in the Blake Lively camp and all that would see her for what she is. Like, she has been posting constantly 3 videos a day for over a month. What did she expect was going to happen? Of course someone was going to sue her, and it looks like she's actually been baited again, used, because none of the outlets were going to report on the subpoena. I'll go through all this, but basically Katie Joy took the bait and posted about it, so then the rest of the media outlets could post about it. They didn't want to be the one that broke the story because they didn't want to get sued. And what do you know? Katie Joy's been sent a cease and desist, and it's a good day. Oh, happy, what is it? Oh, happy day. Happy, joyful day. Well, yeah, let's just get into it. I will see you on the other side. When I find where I'm meant to go, we will move. I cut myself off. I was having a good old sing because that's what I do when I'm happy. I sing. How are you guys going in chat? Hey, everyone. Oh, hey, Hank. It's been a while. Haven't seen you. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Hey, Goose. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Koi. Thanks for being here, guys. Yeah, if you're listening and you want to come in, have a chin wag in the chat with the Cactus crew. I'll make sure to dedicate a little bit of time so we can talk over what we are going through, although there's a lot, and I might as well just jump straight into it because there is a lot. Like I said, I posted most of it screenshots on my Twitter just so we don't get lost. I tried to save a few things on my Reddit, but for some reason when I use Reddit on my laptop, it is completely different to on my mobile, so I can never find anything. It's like it doesn't save. It's like it does it deliberately just to annoy me. Okay, so let's bring in the Reddit post that started the downfall of Katie Joy. It's just so good that people are seeing her for what she is, because she is not a legitimate source. She's not reliable. You can't trust her. She doesn't have a source. She just uses the word source. We know this. She's got in trouble so many times. Todd Chrisley, um, Tati Westbrook, like Swanson used her then. Yeah, she's pretty much everyone's mouthpiece because she doesn't have a brain of her own. She can't think. She just regurgitates, and she likes to go, at full speed, not even thinking, just posting and everything. So this is the post. Let's talk about without a crystal ball. Yes, let's talk about her. Let's make it a bit bigger. This is going to be a long post. That's what they say, and we know that it is because when you're coming at her, you have to get it all in. Okay. I believe it's still important to consider whether a person is a reliable source, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, and they write it properly, WACB, because without is not two words. Without a crystal ball, it's not, in my opinion. Hang on. This is not meant to be a personal attack. I do recognize the amount of effort she puts into her content, but there are several reasons why I stopped following her, and I think it's important sharing them. 1, spreading information while presenting. I gotta try read this without laughing. I apologize. Spreading misinformation while presenting it as fact. How is she still doing the same thing, never learning from all the lawsuits that she has gone through by presenting even allegations as fact? Like, she will read she will read court documents, allegations, and state it as fact, even though it hasn't even gone to court yet and been proven. Without a Crystal Ball has repeatedly shared legal takes and other content that are incorrect and presented them as factual. For example, she claimed that Blake Lively is not an employee of IEWU LLC because she signed through a loan out agreement. This is inaccurate and has been debunked by several lawyers, including CA-based attorneys like Omar and ATL. She stated that Lively could not file in federal court because she did not receive her right to sue letter from the EEOC. This is false, and again was corrected by lawyers. She later tried to discredit them. Katie knows more than lawyers. She's more professional and more knowledgeable than Emily D. Baker. She's not. That was sarcastic. She claimed that Rule 29 unquestionably applies for the leave to file the amicus brief. Then this was debunked by lawyers like Leanne Newton and NAG. It stands for something, and I've totally forgotten what NAG stands for. It's another content creator and a lawyer. And when Friedman later referenced in his filing with clarification that the brief violates the timing guidelines used by district court for such briefs, while the federal rules of civil procedure do not address the submission of amicus briefs, she again doubled down and tried to discredit the lawyers who had originally pointed out that the rule does not apply regularly in federal court. Yes, she got mixed up between civil court procedure and federal court. But Katie's an expert. You can't argue with her. She knows more than every lawyer, even though she's never studied anything in her life other than Spanish. Yes, that's the only degree she has. No degree in journalism, no degree in law, no degree in how to act civil in a society. The issue here is not that she interprets things differently, but that she consistently presents these takes as fact without any openness to correction. If only she could take critical feedback and use it to change, but she can't. She's the same person she's always been for the 5 years. That's why I call it the carousel from hell. Round and around we go. It's the same thing. Everyone can make mistakes. Even lawyers interpret the law differently and acknowledge this, and most creators make it clear that they are sharing their personal opinions. But when multiple legal experts all agree you are wrong, you might want to reconsider your position instead of doubling down and firing back. When I first watched her videos, I asked some lawyers here on Reddit if what she was claiming as fact was accurate. It took me about 5 minutes to receive a response that it was not. This shows, in my opinion, that she does not care whether what she is posting is right or wrong. That is so true. It's so true. She just wants to be the first person to post it. She doesn't care whether it's wrong or right. And if you come back and say that it's wrong, it's like, no, my source says, but there is no source. That's just what she drops. That's what she's learnt from way back in the Tati lawsuit when Tati told her that she had to remove all her articles on her because they were baseless. There was no source. And that's when Katie found out what a source was and that she could just say the word that she has a source and everything will be okay. But it's not. Because even her sources are hearsay, not proper. Like, she will be fed information by people that are like, say, anti-Blake Lively, and she'll just use that as a source rather than researching what they tell her and going and figuring out whether what she's being told is truthful or not. She'll just print it as fact. Number 2, she discredits and attacks other content creators. Does she ever? This is one of the biggest things she has always done. She cannot get along with anyone. She has to be, if she's covering something, she's that go-to person. You know, remember how territorial she became when she was covering the Duggars? No one else could cover the Duggars because Katie Joy, she had the in, she knew the sources, she was the go-to. But she wasn't, because everything she was saying was just so superficial, so surface level with no depth. Because she has no brain, she has no like understanding of these things. Okay, they say, yeah, she discredits and attacks other content creators. As mentioned earlier, she often goes after other creators who do not agree with her. This happened with ATL, or A2L, Asked Two Lawyers, who simply responded in an earlier video to the audience questioning one of her videos and respectfully stated they disagreed with her takes but appreciate all the hard work she puts into her research. She then posted about them on Instagram, implying they insulted her, which is not true. I watched their live and they were careful and respectful. I know a lot of people don't like current content, but these guys did an amazing job most of the time, and in my opinion, it was definitely an overreaction to try to discredit them in front of her whole audience. Sounds about right. Leanne Newton is another example. Despite not being a US-based lawyer, Leanne's commentary has always been thoughtful, respectful, and informative. She always acknowledges the limits of her jurisdiction and does her best to explain things clearly. I can't even recall one of Leanne's legal takes where she was wrong, yet without a crystal ball, has repeatedly criticized her on Reddit and now on Instagram, including spreading personal misinformation about her. Yeah, that's the route she goes. Leanne had to correct this on X after receiving several messages because of her postings and commentary. Should we go there? Should we go there now? Let's just have a look. So this is Leanne Newton on X, addressing the comments about me from Without a Crystal Ball. I've been tagged in well over a dozen different Instagram and Reddit posts about me from Without a Crystal Ball, in which she makes a series of false allegations about me. I'm purely responding to her posts about me and my credentials, and that is all. I'm not wasting my time on her and have no wish to get into fights, but I will defend myself from false statements like she is making. I've numbered the posts in order. So that was the screenshot of the first. I won't go through it. I'll link everything down below. But yeah. I'm pretty sure in my screenshots that I have on Twitter, it goes through. It goes through what was said between them. If we get there, there's just so much, so much. This pattern has been shown with other creators too. Instead of working with other content creators who are on the same side, she often targets anyone who challenges her. Exactly. I think in one of these screenshots, so that's the one that Leanne provided. This is Without a Crystal Ball's response. I read the law. Leanne isn't from the US and it doesn't matter. Did I say this is Katie's reply? I read the law. Leanne isn't from the US and it doesn't matter that she thinks she knows the law here. She does not. Neither do you. Jesus. The UK and US law is not even remotely the same. We have completely different justice systems. She's the one masquerading as an attorney. She is. Apparently she's a law student when she doesn't practice and isn't licensed. That doesn't matter. She still has the information, the knowledge of how the law works. She doesn't live here and has no clue. Oh my God, Katie. I read the rules from the appeals court. Amicus briefs are almost never filed in district court, which is why there is no rule, because the appeals court is above the district court. Their rules apply. If a case is appealed, the order of the appeal court stands. Thus, their rules trump the district court level. Leanne would know this. But she's not a lawyer in the US and isn't one in the UK either. I don't need to argue a case. I'm a reporter. No, you're not. You're someone who wears that label that you're a reporter. If you're a reporter, you would care more about your work, about your business, about getting sued constantly and not learning and not changing. If you were a reporter, you would maybe go and do a little course to figure out what you're doing, to do with media law and ethics, for example, all of above which you don't understand. I'm a reporter and I don't need to be a lawyer to report on cases. It's my job. I've been doing this for 8 years. What? I don't trust Nag because she doesn't use her name, and I don't trust anyone on the internet that claims to be a licensed attorney that will not say their name, period. There's a lot of reasons why people don't say their name, because people like you, that will use that to dox them, dig through all the information if you feel slighted by them at all. Let's just see if it's just... This is her turning on everyone. Okay, we'll just go back to what we were, because we will get lost in all the information that is in here. Okay, 3. This is one that we know because, oh my gosh, when did you get blocked by Katie Joy? Number 3, she blocks and disrespects her own audience. Well, fucking oh, she does. Katie blocked me in December of 2019 on a live when I tried to give her advice on her eyebrows. Like, not being mean, but, you know, from sister to sister, like, girl, if you want to have eyebrows, don't take the right turn. Don't bring it all the way down so that your eyeliner is basically touching the tip of the tail of your eyebrow. God, flashbacks. But yeah, she blocks anyone that she feels threatened by, that, you know, she thinks that anyway, disrespects her own audience. Yes, she does. We've seen it multiple times over and over. I have commented on her content in another sub and received a lot of support for raising my concerns about her. Many users shared that they were blocked by her after asking simple questions or expressing disagreements. Some were even insulted by her comments without any reason. While everyone has the right to block whoever they want, being rude and treating respectful disagreement with hostility is not professional. And it's not a reporter. A reporter would never be so unprofessional and immature. But that's what Katie is. Number 4, her history of defamation lawsuits. Although she often downplays this, she has been sued for defamation multiple times and reportedly settled several of those cases. There are claims that she violated some of those settlements. Yeah, by continuing to talk about Todd Chrisley when that was part of the stipulations in their settlement. That's all he wanted, was her to stop talking about him and his family. And she has continued because it doesn't mean anything to her, but it means so much to him. And that's all he wanted. And she has continued. And then by continuing that, she's also admitted to a lot of things that went on in like the trials leading up to his tax evasion trial. So if you haven't seen it, my latest video, I'll link it below. But yeah, Katie reported Todd Chrisley to the FBI for witness tampering because she believed that she was friends with Lindsay and Lindsay was being used by her own dad and manipulated into not believing Katie's lies anymore. I mean, God, to be in Katie's head. There are claims that she violated some of the settlements. There is a separate sub dedicated to her problematic patterns in her behavior. Yes, that's the without a crystal ball sub, which I don't go there anymore. I mean, if I want info, I just go straight to her old Facebook, the one that she claims was hacked, which was hacked. But you can still go in there and like use the search button and look up anything to do with Katie Joy and it just comes up, or her posts. And yeah, and thank God for Google because it has a lot of the posts as well from the old subreddit. I'll link everything below. Again, I'm not trying to start drama or tell people who to follow. And for sure, some of her content might be right, as VANZAN, for example. Yeah, that's the subpoena that she got her hands on. But apparently she was tipped off by the Daily Mail, who already had the subpoena. But they needed some content creator to take the bait to report on it first so that they wouldn't be liable for a lawsuit. And Katie Joy snapped it up, you know, she's not thinking. She doesn't care about her business or her reputation. I think it is important to consider the credibility and reliability of her and other creators. 100% it is. And I just wish that people would see that Katie is quantity over quality. She's not making, like, she could just do one video informing everyone about her opinions and what she has found. to do with Blake Lively. Instead, she posts, what, 3 videos a day, 15 videos a week? How many? Like, that's crazy. That's 60 videos a month. And she's just been going to town, not even taking a little breather to understand that she might be in a lot of trouble. And she is. She has received a cease and desist. So I'm just gonna jump over to my Twitter. That's where I've like got some of the comments, and I'll probably add to it later on today. But yeah, just so I'm not overwhelmed with all the comments, because there are a lot. This is my Twitter if you want to follow me at It's Crystal Bill. I rarely post anything anymore except my CB shorts, but there is the, you know, sometimes I do a little screenshotty dump like I have. Let's just find where we're going to be. I think this is it. Okay, that's the post. How come that's not getting bigger? Damn it, it's so small. Might have to go on my... This is going to be annoying. Sorry, guys. Just take a breather in. Just digest all of that information that I mean, that's a lot, but it's basically exactly what Katie's behavioral pattern is. That's what she does. Sorry, my Chewy must be annoying you. It's annoying me. Let's just have a look here. Oh, this is Leanne talking about the appellate court rule. I might just skip over it. I mean, there's so much. There's just so much. I'm getting lost in the information even though I have it all spread out in front of me. It's just overwhelming. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just let me find my feet over here. Oh, it's just about like not giving credit to someone. So the post that I just read, one of Katie's first responses to it. This person is a hater of mine that is masquerading as a Justin supporter. Nothing they have said about me is true. I am not sued because I lie. Well, you're not sued because you're telling the truth. Please remove this post. You tagged me for making comments and I removed them. Well, yes. No one cares. Again, this is a hater of mine. No, they don't hate you. They're giving you critical feedback that maybe you could use, but you refuse, and that rhymes. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Okay, because this is part 1. Where's part 2? Let me just click on it. I'm lost in my own boudin. Okay, we'll start with this one. What Friedman, so this is Leanne, was that her name? The lawyer. What Friedman said about the rule is what I said. It's an appellate court rule. And there is no rule for these filings in the district court rules. Katie stated as fact that an appellate court rule applied, that it doesn't, and it doesn't. Friedman has asked the judge to apply it because there is no other rule, and that argument I would make myself. Oh, and that's an argument I would make myself. I wasn't the only person who pointed out that the rule wasn't being interpreted correctly, but I was the only one targeted for doing so. The fact that the judge has discretion over whether to apply the rule in that way or not shows that it does not automatically apply. She also says in the screenshot that appellate rules trump lower court rules. I numbered it in point 7, if that helps. That is clearly not right either. If that were the case, they wouldn't have separate set rules for district court. They would just apply the same rules across the board and save themselves the time of drafting separate district court rules. The reason there is no specific, I always go to say Pacific. The reason there is no specific district court rule for amicus briefs is that they are not normally submitted in cases at the district court level. Katie, because she's misinterpreting the law because she doesn't understand. Her only understanding of the law is from being sued. But even then, she still doesn't understand anything. I'm open to talking to Katie. She's blocked, so I can't reach out to her. Whilst I understand she may have hardened, that cannot mean that she is free to post a series of posts and comments saying this about people that are patently false. When she put out posts saying I was masquerading as a US attorney, I'm going to do a thread with messages I've sent to her previously, specifically telling her I'm not a US attorney. It shows that 1, the information she's telling people is untrue, and 2, she knows it's untrue. Of course. She doesn't care whether it's wrong or right, like the other person said. And that's exactly what I did. My thread debunked every claim about me in multiple posts with evidence. I have no issue with people disagreeing in good faith, though. Oh, I should go back. She, in the Reddit post, there's a screenshot of when Katie first started covering this, and she was team Blake Lively. She was against Justin Baldoni. And then it wasn't until everyone else's opinions came out that they were like supporting Justin Baldoni that she deleted that post and continued on being anti Blake Lively from then on. Which, oh my God, it's a lot of, she has no idea what she's doing. She has no idea what she feels. It's what the public opinion is. She can't even decipher for herself. That's a post from Katie. It says, "I'd like to point out that a certain person came into my subreddit into another subreddit and yelled at me for citing the wrong law and giving out false information on this brief. But Brian Friedman argues the briefs are 2 months late and a PR stunt, which is exactly what I reported. I went straight to the federal website, not Cornell Law School, and the rules about these briefs are absolutely clear. They are due 7 days after the brief or motion they are responding to have been filed. The only purpose for doing this now is to relitigate the motion to dismiss and continue to smear Justin Baldoni, period. Period. Where are the rest? Oh my god. Okay, so the rest of the comments are in number 1. Where is it? This thread. So this one is from the Blake Lively snark. I was aware before she covered Blake that she had a troubled history, but she's worked hard to address everything and improve her work. I know that's someone that's like for her. That's probably her. And then Katie replies to that person. I don't have a troubled history. That's not accurate. I was sued by 3 narcissists. One is in prison, one is a cult leader, and the other was dismissed. I have so Tati was Tati a narcissist as well, Katie? I have nothing to apologize for. The infiltration are bots and supporters of a cult leader suing me. Do you know what? Like, I've had so many comments on my like shorts that I post daily, and at the moment we're going through Katie Joy's post that she wrote about 7M and Robert Shin that ended up getting her sued. And so many people are like commenting on my videos going, "Oh, this is Blake Lively's PR team trying to make Katie look bad, like when she's doing such a great job." Like so many of the same comment. I'm like, come on, get yourself together, Katie. Like they're even commenting on videos from like years ago going, I can't believe you've obviously posted this to try and make people second guess Katie Joy. No, look at the date, way before she started covering Blake Lively. Where is she? The infiltration are bots and supporters of a cult leader suing me. They are also supporters of Blake. I don't believe I'm the most popular. I don't have a big head. Yes, you do. You have a big head but a small brain. You know, so there's a lot of space not being used. I'm not even close to the most popular. Who fucking cares about popularity? This is not a popularity contest. This is like whether your information is good, legit, trustworthy, or not. I'm not even close to the most popular. And I've never cared about that. Well, obviously you have, if you have mentioned it twice now in this stupid little comment. These people always deflect their crap on me. No, you deflect your own crap onto yourself. This person says, research, look her up yourself. She has been sued several times for defamation. She is not reliable at all. She lies constantly. Katie replies, I haven't lost a single lawsuit. Todd Chrisley is in prison, and I'm sure you are a big supporter of a cult leader being sued for sex trafficking and because that's one Because what? Because that's one suing me now. Doesn't make sense as usual, but we'll just leave it at that. Katie's supporters are everywhere. Katie says, my state case, we filed a motion for summary judgment in January and still no ruling. That's not, there's been a lot that's gone on since then, but we are waiting on a summary judgment. And they've got until June 28th, so it is counting down. There's no way that Katie can win this case. I mean, she deleted her own evidence. You really can't get any more worse than that. A lot of these motions will likely either be withdrawn as, it's moot, isn't it? I know this word just really always brings me back to my Aussie slang because if you're Aussie, you know what I'm talking about. We say moot when we're referring to, well, I'll just leave it at that. You can look it up. Look up Aussie slang, moot, but we say moot. Okay, let's just get past this word. Bill, come on, get your shit together. A lot of these motions will likely either be withdrawn as moot. I can't. Or the judge will get it. Or the judge will get to it. It's no longer relevant. The motions to compel are premature right now, which is kind of why he's not ruling immediately. The motion to quash by Stephanie Jones is a third party asking the court to intervene. So she's lower on the totem pole. I don't know why Jones filed the motion in the Lively case unless that's where the subpoena came from. You reckon? The Second Circuit, which includes New York, has a standard guideline for how they handle motions to dismiss. Their rule is that judges have 180 days to either rule on the motion to dismiss or to set a hearing. A lot of times in court, motion to dismiss include hearings. What? When the judge reaches 180 days, he either has to rule or schedule a hearing before the court. Judges have a ton of cases assigned to them. Since the beginning of this year, Judge Lehman has been assigned 79 cases and 362 cases since January 2024. He is presiding over hundreds of cases right now. This case is not his only priority. I have repeatedly said that the trial will not happen in March 2026 because civil courts are so backed up. This will kick delayed and kicked. What? God, Katie, please don't do this to my brain. We're doing so well. This will kick delayed and kicked and will take years. Thanks for that. Thanks for that word salad. That was great. It was absolutely beautiful, Katie. You talked a lot of nonsense, acting like you know what you're talking about, but you don't know what you're talking about. Here we go. Katie says, I don't think anyone has been sent letters. Emily Baker is horrible. I have stories for days about what a horrible human she is and how she led the internet against me. She built her channel off slandering me for years. I don't know B, but he's not relevant really. Us two lawyers work near LA and Manet is a huge firm. So they don't want to go up against them, my opinion. Okay, Katie. She's going off. So these are just comments from, like, random comments from different posts, I think. I've gone off track, haven't I? We need to be reading where people don't like Katie. Okay. Um Okay, we'll just go down, down, down. I don't know if I can be bothered reading all this. She talks about Justin Baldoni having ADHD and then goes on this huge rant because she's an expert on ADHD because she has it, her husband has it, and her son. But the thing is, Katie Joy doesn't have ADHD. She is, in my opinion, but like, you know, from covering her for fucking 5 years, she's an Adderall abuser. Like she is always scattered off her face, getting high on Adderall. She writes about it. I'll link it below. But yeah, her article is all basically like, I'm an addict. Oh, this one's like, this is actually just a comment about Katie talking about her drinking habits. Someone's talking about their favorite gin. Katie's like, Tanqueray is my favorite gin. I prefer vodka martinis though. Grey Goose is my favorite vodka. Well, thanks for that, Katie. Thanks. Grey Goose used to be my favorite vodka. Like, I don't even drink anymore. Like, I'm almost 4 years sober. But Tanqueray was my favorite gin too. You know, TNT. Can't go past that. I don't know if I want to go through the whole ADHD thing. We'll just go to her comment. My husband has inattentive type like you. I'm classic combined ADHD, and our son is combined type and autistic. I'm glad you got help and are feeling better. But she does this huge fucking novel. This huge fucking novel post on ADHD. And I'm just gonna link it below. I don't know if I'm gonna go through all these. I'm looking at it going, Jesus, that is a lot of bulldang. It's just too much. Because there's, like, other stuff we have to get to as well. Like, maybe we should just go look at the cease and desist now. I know. Look at me just wanting to get out of here as soon as I've committed to it, but I've been reading for almost 50 minutes, so that's a lot of shit. Where are we? Okay, yeah, let's go to the cease and desist. Sorry, guys. Oh, God, look at me going out of... Like, I will post the Twitter thread and you can go through it yourself. And then I'll add some more screenshots to the second part of what people are saying. Because I'm lost. I'm overwhelmed. There's a lot. There's just too much. Okay, so where is the... Here we are. Oh, actually, before we go there, I did want to show you part 1. Where's part 1? The end of part 1. There's a good screenshot, my favorite screenshot down the bottom. Where is it? See what I mean? There's so much, guys. There's just a ridiculous amount of tweets. No, not tweets. Reddit comments. It just goes on and on for days. And I'm lost and I'm scrolling. Where is it? The damn thing. Hmm. Okay. This is my we all needed this breathing space. We needed a little bit of like where I can't find my post. I can't find hmm. Lost in my own boudin. This is what happens when I flood my brain with too much information. It's really going wrong for me right now. But that's all right. We're in this together. We will get through and we will see where we are meant to be. Do you like my songs? It's okay. I know I'm very out of tune, but that just makes everyone else out there who can sing feel a lot better. Hmm. Okay. I can't find what I'm looking for. And it was important. It's always that. It's always that. It was important. Okay. Maybe it's in. Hmm. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't find the one that I will post it. You know, I'll post it on the community board when I find it. But I'm pretty sure it was in part 1. This is me trying to figure out life on a live. But it's all right. We're just hanging, we're chilling. People are having a chin wag, and that's all good. Mm. Okay. It's not there. Can't figure out live right now. Okay. Let's just go to the cease and desist. And Katie ignores cease and desist. That's why she continues to get sued, because she does not care about a cease and desist. She kind of takes it as like a badge. Tati Westbrook sent her 4 cease and desist, and she ignored all of them and then got sued. I think Todd Chrisley sent her maybe a couple. She ignored them, then got sued. Robert Sheen sent her a cease and desist, which she ignored, and then she got sued. So there is definitely someone's going to sue her, because that's what happens when you ignore a cease and desist. When you don't care, you have no worries for your business, your own business. Okay, so the picture says, on the picture of the cease and desist, it says, Stephanie Jones demands I cease and desist 1 month after I exposed Blake Lively's sham lawsuit. And then the cease and desist says, RE, defamatory video regarding Stephanie Jones. Dear Miss Paulson, we write on behalf of our clients, Jones Works LLC and Stephanie Jones, to demand that you immediately cease and desist your defamation of our clients. On or about May 28, 2025, you, using your alias Without a Crystal Ball, posted a video on YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, and other social media platforms entitled Insider Spills, Blake Lively Team in Chaos as Lies Unravel, Stephanie Jones Fired by Tom Brady. That video contains numerous flagrantly Sorry, guys, I'm not good at reading words because I'm a hermit that reads and never says things out loud. That video contains numerous flagrantly false and defamatory statements. You state that Tom Brady has chosen to end his relationship with Jones Works. You state that Jones Works has next to no clients because longtime clients have seen what Miss Jones has been doing to Justin and Jen Abel and ended their relationship with Jones Works. You state that Stephanie Jones is responsible for smearing Blake Lively and betraying her former employee, Jennifer Abel. And betraying her former employee, Jennifer Abel. This claim is demonstrably false. You state that Jones Works' lawsuit against Miss Abel has enabled Stephanie Jones to destroy her competition and real estate against her employee. You described Miss Jones as a cutthroat, that she would lie for anyone, backstab, and commit perjury. That sounds a bit like you, Katie, projecting your own behavior onto someone else. That's what Katie writes. Blake's attorney went on record and defended the lawsuit. They admitted that this lawsuit is how they obtained Jen Abel's phone via subpoena to Stephanie Jones. Wayfarer and Abel's attorney called the lawsuit an abuse of process, an end around to obtain evidence without notifying Abel or Wayfarer, and stated they will be seeking all legal relief possible in the situation. Jen Abel then sued Stephanie Jones for violations of the Stored Communication Act and federal wiretapping, along with invasion of privacy, defamation, etc. Abel cites that the sham lawsuit as the vehicle used by Lively and Jones to facilitate the illegal disclosure of her phone data to Lively in August. Stephanie's attorneys ran to Extra TV and defended the lawsuit. They accused Abel of breach of contract, defaming Jones, and colluding to destroy Jones' business, which I opined felt like deflection. Now, a month later, Jones' attorney are threatening to sue me, but are using a single video referencing Tom Brady possibly ending his contract with Jones Works. Oh, damn, I think I, posted them out of order. God, that was the second part of the post. This is the first part. Sorry, guys. This is the first part. Oh my gosh, why is everything going wrong today? Stephanie Jones' attorneys are attempting to silence reporting about Stephanie related to lawsuits filed against her in court. Yesterday, I received a cease and desist from Kristen Taylor, accusing me of defaming Stephanie Jones. The letter sent to me mischaracterizes my reporting, which was reported from court records, sources, and alleged rumors circulating. The reports also reference third-party complaints, text messages in the complaints, and Stephanie Jones' own statements or words in court filings. Facts. In mid-April, I discovered a lawsuit filed by VANZAN, Inc., a business owned by Blake. I need a drink. Sorry, 1 second, guys. I just need to have a God, this is taking a lot of brain to read this. Just also because I haven't been following Katie's coverage on Blake Lively because it's so much. And I don't have the time or the brain power. Facts. In mid-April, I discovered a lawsuit filed by VANZAN Inc., a business owned by Blake Reynolds Lively. The lawsuit sued no one and cited boilerplate breach of contract for the release of confidential information about VANZAN. The lawsuit made no mention of SH or hostile workplace. Instead, the lawsuit focused on the reputation damage to VANZAN due to confidential leaks of their private information. Once this was discovered, I reported that Blake filed the lawsuit on September 27, 2024, never sought judicial notice, never added defendants, and was closed one day before Blake filed the CRD complaint in California. Okay, well. Okay, and then she goes on to another post. So it's a picture of Stephanie Jones, and she says, Stephanie Jones threatens to sue me. Breaking news. Breaking news. Stephanie Jones threatens to sue me. Jones insists that Tom Brady is still her client. Stephanie Jones also denies that she has retaliated against Jennifer Abel or even smeared Blake Lively. Wayfarer Studios and Jennifer Abel have alleged in their lawsuits that Jones mismanaged the public relations of the film It Ends With Us. In their cross complaints against Stephanie Jones, Wayfarer Studios alleges that Jones spoke to the Daily Mail and set off a chain of events that led to numerous articles being published about Blake Lively. Jones denies these claims and filed a motion to dismiss. Jennifer Abel alleges that Stephanie Jones confiscated her phone and then provided confidential information to Blake Lively and Leslie Sloan on August 21, 2024. Abel also alleges that Jones accessed her iCloud, personal photos, and emails in violation of the Stored Communication Act and Federal Wiretapping Act. Stephanie has filed a motion to dismiss and denies the claims. Stephanie Jones is in the middle of a lawsuit against Wayfarer Studios and several individuals. She is also a third party to a separate lawsuit between Blake Lively and Wayfarer Studios. Stephanie Jones asserts that she acts with high integrity. Katie, I wish you knew what this was. Stephanie Jones asserts that she acts with high integrity and runs a very successful business. We will continue our reporting on the court cases and the allegations set forth in their court documents. Stay tuned. We will continue. Who is we? Just you, yourself, and I. Well, not me, but you. So the cease and desist means nothing. Means nothing to her. She could care less. Or she couldn't care less. What's that saying? Oh my gosh, she's made my brain go mush. Let's go back to chat and see what you guys are saying. Guys, there's just a lot of information. Like I said, everything will be linked below, and then after the live, I'll put it in the pinned comment. So there'll be like the original Reddit post and then my screenshots from Twitter. Not X, sorry. I cannot wait for 7M to come through with their summary judgment. It's taking a while because 84 pages of evidence against Katie Joy. every single post that she did, like going through it, she's just misunderstanding what she's applying, like the traits of a cult onto a talent management. Like, she has no understanding. She called the LA dance scene small. Just because her brain is too small to comprehend how big it is. Like, she has no idea about the dance scene, the dance industry, or that how much it takes to actually be a pro dancer. And then, yeah, now that Todd Chrisley has been released from prison, I think he will be going after her because she has continued to talk about him breaking their settlement because she doesn't care. It means nothing to her. So she has continued to talk and reveal a lot of information about how she reported him to the FBI for witness tampering, which I think is just the biggest piece of info because the FBI will be coming down on her. Who fucking thinks that they can get away by doing a false report? But she needed Todd Chrisley off her back. He was exposing way too much of her lies, too many of her lies on his podcast, Chrisley Confessions. And then we all know what went down with the whole Tati case. In order to get that thrown out, she just brought on a shit show with all her trolls going after everyone, going after the lawyers, Tati's lawyers, sending threats, threatening their kids, all this. And like, no one wants to deal with that. So they ended up like dismissing the case with prejudice. She could refile if she wanted to, but she just used Katie because all she wanted was for Katie to admit that her source was Swanson. And what kind of reporter gives up their source, you know? Yeah, that's right. The false reports really does fall into her pattern of behavior, Anna. I think they'll definitely be looking back at like Katie's lawsuits. Every lawyer that is involved does their due diligence, researches more than Katie. I mean, everything is available to the public. All of those court cases are available to the public. So she can go and like dig up other people's lawsuits. People can go and dig up her lawsuits. And it doesn't paint a pretty picture. It paints like the picture of someone who is incapable of learning, incapable of growing, incapable of like becoming a better person, like becoming a better E.T. quote fingers reporter. I so hope Todd goes after her. I mean, he will eventually. There's no time, there's no rush, but she is, in my opinion, part of the corruption that went on in his case. She was just so desperate to get him off her back. Mhm. I don't know if like Katie, like Michelle says, I can't imagine how Toad feels worrying about the current lawsuit and his health. Their son, man, that's a lot of stress. Yeah, Katie's husband was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and she did this whole novel thing because she's an expert, because her husband has it, so she's an expert. I really don't think that she lets Toad know what's really going on. I think she keeps him at arm's length. Like, he has to believe that Katie's winning, that she's being sued because she's exposing all of these details that no one else could expose. Yeah, it's, I mean, karma is coming back around, and it's a beautiful sight to see Katie Joy being called out by like the subreddit of Justin Baldoni supporters. It's good that she is getting served a cease and desist because she went too far. She, like I said, everything I've said, really. Oh my gosh, my brain has just gone to mush. I appreciate you guys all being here and listening to all this. Like I said, the links are where you want to head to. Go check it out for yourself and read through them. There's a lot. I'll post some of my favorite comments on the community post, the community board on my YouTube channel. But yeah, make sure you check out CB Shorts. They're posted daily. And you can follow me on X, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at It's Crystal Bill. Yes, and it has right? And it says it's been shown on a lot of her live streams that Todd was being like, what the fuck? I'll never forget the whole Natalie situation. When he had no idea what Nat had been saying about him, and Katie was telling her viewers about it, and he's just like, what the fuck? Like, she didn't even tell her husband because really she doesn't care. It's all about her. And it's just, it's a lot. I appreciate you guys being here. I feel like I need to go and have a shower. Like, I was just so overwhelmed with all the information. I hope that I came through on some of it, but thank God Katie's been called out. It's a long time coming. I always feel sorry for anyone that trusts her just straight up, like on what she says. Like, Google exists for a reason. Use it. Google Katie Joy. Like, look at the people that are covering her. Go through their videos. They're not haters. We aren't haters. We used to be subscribed to Katie Joy until we realized what was going on. Until, and then we all got together. In the original sub, there was over 15,000 people that were talking about her. She has harmed a lot of people and is continuing to harm people. And something needs to be done. And I really hope that Stephanie Jones does sue her. Someone bigger than, I guess they've probably got to wait until 7M have finished with her, but karma is coming, and karma is Katie's biggest. Oh, she needs a lot of it to come back around. Guys, take care. Have a good day. And I know it's nighttime for you guys. I'll have a good day. I'll fix up the links and post the screenshots. But yeah, I appreciate you being here, and take care.